Among 400 randomly selected drivers in the 20 to 24 age bracket, 9 were in a car crash in the last year. If a driver in that age bracket is randomly selected, what is the approximate probability that he or she will be in a car crash during the next year? Is it unlikely for a driver in that age bracket to be involved in a car crash during a year? Is the resulting value high enough to be of concern to those in the 20 to 24 age bracket? We want to consider an event to be unlikely if its probability is less than or equal to 0.05. So, the probability of an event A is the number of ways A occurs divided by the number of different simple events. The trial was repeated 400 times because there were 400 drivers selected. The approximate probability can be found by dividing the number of people who were in a car crash, in this case there were 9, by the total number of people sampled. The probability that a randomly selected person in the 20 to 24 age bracket will be in a car crash this year is the following. So we would say the probability of randomly selecting a person in the 20 to 24 age bracket is going to be the value of 9 divided by the total of 400. So let's determine the decimal equivalent of that. So we have 9 divided by 400, and we get 0.0225. So we get 0.0225. If we round that to 3 decimal places, this would give us approximately 0.023. And therefore that's going to represent the probability of randomly selecting a person in a 20 to 24 age bracket. Therefore, our answer would be the following. The probability that a randomly selected person would be 0.023. Now the next question says, would it be unlikely for a driver in that age bracket to be involved in a car crash this year? Well, we need to compare this value to the probability where it says it is unlikely if its probability is less than or equal to 0.05. Well, let's compare that probability. If we compare this probability of 0.023 to the value of 0.05, if we add a 0 next to it, we can compare them, but we can see that this value on the left is going to be less than that. So we would say the following. It would be unlikely for a driver in that age bracket to be involved in a car crash in a year because the probability was less than 0.05. So the probability is not high enough to be of concern to those in the 20 to 24 age bracket because it suggests that it was an unlikely occurrence. So therefore, we would say, first of all, yes, would it be unlikely for a driver in that age bracket to be involved in a car crash this year? We would say yes. And then, is the probability high enough to be of concern to those in the 20 to 24 age bracket? We would say no.